Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Covering both sides of the big issues with the analysis you trust on News Radio 1040 WHO.
San Francisco in the spotlight because they've created a program that offers free booze to homeless alcoholics. Do approaches like this ever work? Let's talk it over with a former addict who now leads a faith-based recovery program called From Beer to the Bible. Ervin Lee is on my Davison Family Dentistry Newsmaker line. Ervin, welcome to WHO Radio. Good morning.
Hey, thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be on and address such an important topic.
Absolutely. So when folks do something like this, Ervin, they call it harm reduction. It's a harm reduction approach. What do you think? Does it work?
Oh, well, I've done just about everything you could do with alcohol. Sold it, marketed, distributed, and I was addicted to it. And programs like these are cruel, reckless, and unloving. And I don't see how giving a person more of the substance that is ultimately keeping them in bondage and can prolong that bondage and addiction and ultimately lead to their demise. I don't see how that could be helpful at all.
So what is the answer, Ervin? You're a former addict. You have a faith-based recovery program. Obviously, this is a secular approach, right? Where people say somehow we're going to do good for them by offering them booze. But what is the answer?
Well, let's take a step back. Alcoholism is a disease. It is a disease, and it must be treated as such. Part of the answer is prevention, then treatment, and then aftercare. Because once you fall into alcoholism or addiction, that is a lifelong process of recovery.
So, Ervin, when you said prevention, what does that mean? What is that first step?
The first step is education. We have to educate our young people about the dangers of addiction, drugs, and alcohol. And also, we have to educate and understand our family history. They estimate that about 60% of alcohol or addiction is based on your genetics. Was someone in your family at some point an addict or alcoholic? And there's a good chance you need to evaluate your own relationship with alcohol and drugs. And I want to get this out. We have to understand that addiction costs this country almost $500 billion a year. That's a lot of money. And any programs that we develop need to be rooted in education, in prevention, then treatment and aftercare.
And when you talk about aftercare, by the way, this is Ervin Lee on WHO Radio. Ervin, it seems to me when I talk to people that deal with alcoholism, one of the issues is that folks go right back into the situation that existed when they became an alcoholic. Is that the biggest problem? How do we prevent that?
Yes, that is, we call it changing your people, places, and things. And that is prevented by developing a healthy community. That is one of the things we see when people relapse is they stop doing the things that got them sober, and they go back to the people, places, and things that got them addicted. They have to stay in community, and they need to work a program. Although I'm 8 years sober, I have a rhythm of living that involves church, prayer, going to meetings, exercising, working out, meditating. And that's my rhythm of living. I believe I'm recovered. I believe I'm healed, but it's a daily healing, and I have to continue to do the things that got me sober.
I love that phrase, the rhythm of living. That is a former addict who now leads a program called From Beer to the Bible. Ervin Lee. Ervin, great comments this morning. Thanks for talking with me.